Hey, my name is Mitch Adcox and I'm with Realty Masters of Florida. Today we have Felicia Scott with Allstate Westmark and Associates office, and she's going to talk to us a little bit and explain exactly what renter's insurance is. So take it away.
So renter's insurance is huge. There's a lot of moving parts to renter's insurance. Personal property is one of them.
When you say personal property, could you go into detail about that and what all that consists of?
Yeah, so the easiest way to explain personal property is, think of the home that you're renting. If you take it and you dump it upside down, everything that would fall out of it would be considered your personal belongings. So when someone calls for renter's insurance, that's what we ask. How much personal property do you have? If you dump your house upside down, what would it cost to replace everything that falls out of it? Okay. So that's personal property. Everything that you move into that home is yours. That's your personal property. You can schedule personal property as well. Schedule personal property like jewelry, furs, things like that, for customers who may have jewelry that was passed on, or even their wedding rings, what have you. Pictures, appraisals, you can schedule it. It's super cheap and it's covered. We've had situations where customers have lost diamond rings fully replaced. Oof. So huge.
That's cool.
Huge. Yeah.
That is.
Yeah. Liability. So liability is huge with renter's insurance. Renter's insurance comes standard with $100,000 liability insurance.
Okay. And when you say $100,000, like they're liable, you can cover that up to $100,000, or what? Can you go into detail about that?
Yep. So you can increase the liability coverage. It comes standard with $100,000. If you need more than $100,000, you can get more than $100,000. But what that does is it works two ways. It works for the tenant and it also works for the homeowner.
Gotcha.
So an example. Let's just say you have a cat and you have a candle burning and your cat jumps up on the bar like he always does and his tail knocks the candle over. You're liable for that, right? So the damage that was just caused from your cat knocking over the candle that caused $5,000 worth of damage, that's going to protect you in the event of being sued from the homeowner, but it's also going to protect the homeowner in the event that happens. He knows you have insurance.
Okay.
So it'll cover up to $100,000. So that accident your cat caused, that $100,000 is going to help take care of that. It also protects you as a tenant if you have someone other than a resident or a relative visiting you and they trip or fall or they hurt themselves somehow. It's also your lawsuit protection. So if they try and sue you, it'll cover you up to whatever your liability limits are, starting at $100,000.
Okay, that's good to know.
Yeah. So it's really good. It's super important for homeowners, I feel, just as well as it's important for the renter to have, or the tenant to have renter's insurance. It's a huge thing, huge encouragement for all homeowners to have it for that liability reason. And let's say they have a dog and it bites someone, if they sue, not only can they come after the tenant, they can come after the homeowner. Gotcha. So that homeowner wants that liability on that tenant's renter's insurance policy, but that tenant also wants that liability on there as well, because it helps protect both, not just one.
Yeah, so it benefits both parties.
Absolutely.
Okay,
absolutely.
So if I was a landlord per se, and I had a tenant in my home, you would suggest that suggest the renters to get renter's insurance?
Absolutely.
To protect both of us?
Absolutely. Okay. Yes, without a doubt.
Okay.
So let's talk about cost. So a lot of people are like, ugh, renter's insurance, gosh, it's so expensive. It's truly not. Typically, depending on the amount of personal property that a customer has, anywhere between $10 and $12 a month. You're talking $150 a year, if that.
That's lunch.
It's super cheap. Yeah. And that's how we explain it to customers. How often do you stop at the Tom Thumb to pump some gas? You leave it pumping, you run inside, you just want to grab a drink and a bag of chips or something because you're hungry. Well, you just spent $8 at Tom Thumb once a week. It's renter's insurance.
It's simple.
That's super simple and it's super inexpensive. Highly recommend it and encourage it.
Okay. Thank you for your time, Felicia.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a pleasure.
Absolutely. Do business with you.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.